Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Dong Report, where I give out my favorite MLB home run picks of the day. As for today, I got 3 home run picks for you guys, but before we can get into today's picks, we first need to do a recap of yesterday. Unfortunately, I wish we didn't have to, but I gave out 3 home run picks yesterday. 2 of those we ended up not getting to cash, but we did at least get one player refunded. So because he got scratched, the player didn't play at all. So we end the day down 2 units. Never fun to have a dongless day, but at least we got that one refunded. Brings our total profit on the Dong Report to a profit of 47.3 units, or with an ROI of 8.97%. Obviously, it's never fun having a dongless day, but whenever you can have an ROI just below 9%, that's probably pretty good in the long run. So as for today, I mentioned I got 3 more home run picks for you guys. Real quick, before we get into those, would appreciate it if you're not already, if you could subscribe to the YouTube channel. And let's chat some home runs. So the first play of today is going to be in the Twins versus Guardians game. We're going with Max Kepler to hit a home run plus 460 odds at FanDuel. So this game being played in Cleveland is one of the best games of the day from a weather perspective, specifically 4 home runs to be hit. An absolutely juicy weather game. This is according to Ballpark Pal, who's my source for this. And I love going with Kepler in this spot. So traditionally, or historically, we haven't had a ton of Twins on the Dong Report, so it's always fun at just having something a little bit new. Overall, he's definitely not one of the premier home run hitters in the MLB, but he's not terrible either. He's got 21 on the year, which again, isn't terrible. Overall, he's got an ISO rate of 22.8%, which if you're unfamiliar, ISO rate stands for isolated power. Literally just measures how much power a batter has. Anything that is 20% and above is considered great. Anything 25% and above is considered excellent. So him being at 22.8% in the great category. And then for barrel rate, he has a barrel rate of 12.3%. Barrel rate measures how well you hit the barrel of the bat. Anything between 10 and 15 is excellent. 10 and 15 is great. Anything 15% and above is excellent. So again, he's in the great category for both barrel rate and ISO rate, which is the minimum requirement for appearing on the Dong Report. You need to at least be great in both of those categories. Obviously, excellence preferred, but great is acceptable. The reason why I like going with him tonight is because he is going up against Lucas Giolito, not formerly of the White Sox, formerly of the Angels, now on the Guardians, who's a pretty good home run pitcher you want to target for batters to hit home runs. And Max Kepler is better against right-handed pitching than he is against left-handed pitching. So again, on the entire season, this is looking at the whole year, pretty big sample size. He's got an ISO rate against righties of 24.2%, so a little bit higher than his normal ISO rate. So he's better against right-handed pitching. And he's also been playing better recently as well. If you look at the past month, he's got an ISO rate of 29.2%. So he should be able to mash one for us tonight, confident in Max Kepler. Next up in the Astros versus Rangers game, we're going with Corey Seeger to hit a home run plus 390 odds at FanDuel. So Seeger, we've gone with him a bunch of times. We've had a ton of success with him as well. Love going back to the well with Corey Seager. He's had a great month overall. He's got past 10 days, and he's got a great year overall as well. On the entire season, he's got an ISO rate of 30.1% and a barrel rate of 17.4%, which excellent in both categories. There aren't a ton of hitters in the MLB that are excellent in both categories, so I love backing a player like Seeger, who again, as I mentioned, has been playing well recently. He's got 3 home runs in his past 10 games, and since the month of August, since August 1st, he has hit a total of 11 home runs, which is crazy. Unsurprisingly, if you look at his advanced power numbers recently as well, everything looks great. Again, since August 1st, since the beginning of August, he's got an ISO rate of 34.8%. Now, this game specifically, it's not the best weather game of the day, but it's not horrible either. He's going up against JP France of the Astros, who is a good pitcher, but the same source for weather, Ballpark Pal, lists this as an extreme advantage, in favor of Seeger. So I love for him to cash one for us tonight as our second pick. And then our third and final play of the evening in the Rockies versus Diamondbacks game, we are taking Christian Walker to hit a home run plus 520 odds at FanDuel. So last play of the evening, obviously I wished this game was at Coors Field. Unfortunately, it is not, but also if it was at Coors, we probably wouldn't be getting plus 520 odds either. So there's always going to be a little bit of a give and take versus likeliness to hit a home run and then odds. But I do really, really like Christian Walker tonight. He doesn't get a ton of recognition as one of the best power hitters in the MLB, but he's pretty good. He's got 30 home runs on the year, which obviously that's pretty good. His ISO rate is at 25.7%. Again, this is on the entire year, so that is in the excellent category. And then his barrel rate is at 11.8%, so he hits the great category for that one. The reason why specifically tonight I love him is because the pitcher he's going up against for the Rockies, Peter Lambert, is terrible. He is a right-handed pitching, and I will say Walker is better against lefties than he is against righties, but again, according to Ballpark Pal, this is still a pitcher-batter matchup that is extremely in an advantage for the batter, an advantage of Christian Walker. And the reason why, Peter Lambert, unfortunately, the guy really isn't that good. He's got a home run per 9 of 1.77, which he hasn't pitched enough innings to qualify, but if he had, that would be 5th worst in the MLB, really, really bad. And then even worse, he allows a barrel rate of 12.1%, which would literally be the worst in the entire MLB if he had pitched enough innings to qualify. So I love going with Christian Walker tonight as our third and final play. I will say I do have, I do have some honorable mentions as well. They are listed on the screen as you see here. Jorge Polanco, Yordan Alvarez, Kyle Tucker are my 3 honorable mentions. Not going to be tracked officially whether they hit one or whether they don't. But whenever I do have honorable mentions like I have tonight, I do try and mention them as often as possible. But for my 3 home run picks, I put 1 unit on all 3 of them individually. I put a small $5 parlay on all 3 of them to hit a home run. Obviously, if we only hit 1, we're profiting, but we are looking for all 3 to cash one. If you are riding with me, comment and let me know. Other than that, remember to like the video, all that good stuff. Thanks for watching, and have a good one.